Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. All right, guys, let's learn something with a great Tom Scott video. A working flight simulator? Heck yes. Pretty short, maybe depending on how long I talk. Downhill on a couch on public roads. Ooh, bridge design. Okay. Anyways, let's do this
When
one.
I say fly.
Hi guys, original link to the video, top of the description, right below that, link to the Discord. Click on it, send it right over there. Love to have you. My name is Connor. Hello. Oh, you can kind of see the snow. Yes, it is snow. It is snowing outside. Let's go.
When I say flight simulator for this video, I don't mean like a video game. I mean something that teaches a new pilot how to actually fly a plane without having to find the time and money for an expensive aircraft, plus the fuel, plus the instructor that could go up with them. Now, I thought that back before modern computers, the only way to learn to fly would be to fly. Surely you'd need a screen and a computer.
Sorry guys, I'm picturing one of those little rides you put in like 50 cents outside of like a supermarket that kind of like goes like this for a second. And it's like in the shape of a plane. That's what I'm expecting in my head.
Load of expensive microelectronics. But no, during the Second World War, more than 500,000 pilots had lessons on the Link trainer, which is named after its inventor, Ed Link. In the 30s, when it was first invented, it was treated as not much more than a carnival ride, and then along came the war, and suddenly it was very much in demand. Thousands and thousands of these blue boxes were made. Some do still survive, but there are only a few that are kept in working order. This one is at the Museum of Science and Technology in Syracuse, New York, and I'm going to sort of learn how to fly.
So what we have here is a Link trainer. It was designed by Edwin Link. It's called the Blue Box by many because it was just pretty much a wooden blue box, but it allowed pilots
It is.
to train on different aircraft during World War II and learn how to fly them in a safe environment.
That could have been more graceful.
This is the toggle on and off for the ignition.
That's your ignition?
Yeah, the top switch, so that'll just turn it on. And the way we have it set up now is just to rotate in a circle so that the kids can get an experience.
Yep.
There's gonna be two.
Okay, so I wasn't far off. Okay.
Set up now is just to rotate in a circle so that the kids can get an experience.
Yep.
There's gonna be two directions of motion, obviously, right?
Yep.
So you have your side to side and your front to back.
Yep.
Ed Link's father was in the business of dealing.
Hold on. Okay. Is that altitude in maybe thousands? Like 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet, 4,000 feet? Left, right? Oh, is that like the Flappy Boys on the back? Is that miles per hour? I'm guessing. So speedometer, left, right, you know, thingy in the back. Altitude, I'm guessing. I could be wrong on all of this. Compass, I'm assuming. Fuel gauge? Or is that fuel gauge?
So that'll just turn it on. And the way we have it set up now is just to rotate in a circle so that the kids can get an experience.
Yep.
There's going to be two directions of motion, obviously, right?
Yep.
So you have your side to side and your front to back.
Yep.
Ed Link's father was in the business of dealing with pipe organs, which are all mechanical systems using air pressure and bellows and mechanical reeds and relays and things. He took those skills he learned from his father and designed the Link trainer.
I want you to test the joystick. It's way less sensitive than a traditional joystick that you're used to on a video game. And the reason it takes so long is because what's actually happening is that those bellows are inflating. So when you shift left, the right bellows are inflating.
Okay.
When you
So
shift right, the left bellows are inflating to tip you side to
makes
side,
sense.
or same thing for the front to back.
And
There's
so it's
another set of
actually
bellows.
physically going.
Miss, your hands are...
Inflating.
So the Link trainer is all analog. When you move any of the controls, they're linked mechanically to systems that allow valves to open and close with air pressure. So there's no electronics, there's no servo motors, there's nothing of that sort.
I'm making adjustments, and I think I'm keeping this straight. I've got rudder control as well. That's definitely not straight now. Okay.
Okay, that's actually kind of cool. Like with the thing down, That way, like, you have no vision. You're just gonna...
Keeping this straight. I've got rudder control as well. That's definitely not straight now. Oh, okay.
Ooh, look at that thing at the back. I don't know why. That's kind of cool. It looks almost like an animal. Or
keeping this straight. I've got rudder control as well. That's definitely not straight now. Oh, okay. I think I'm now going straight and level. I'm gonna. Oh, I am not going straight and level. Wow, that is confusing.
Isn't it? It's disorienting. As soon as that lid closes.
Nothing had ever been designed like it before. It was a brand new piece of equipment to train pilots. Since it's a mechanical system, it is relatively complicated to keep working.
This is not a substitute for actually flying a plane, of course, but when lots of pilots had to be trained fast, this was better than nothing. Actually, much, much better than nothing, because every plane that was being used for instruction was a plane not in the air on the front lines. Learning in here meant a trainee pilot would be much, much faster at taking lessons in the air, because they were already familiar with the instruments, and even the basics of flying at night or in poor visibility.
If anyone knows plane stuff and could correct me here, or is that altitude, maybe? Oh, there's the compass. Then what is that? Okay, this must be the same thing as the one right above it, but for the wings. Okay. So what is this? If this is the compass, then this isn't the compass. If this is the altitude meter, altimeter, I don't know what the name is for that, then that means the one up to the right that we can't see. Wasn't it? Link aviation device. Radio compass. Radio compass. What is a radio compass? Radio receiver and directional antenna system used to determine the direction of the source of a signal. Okay. Oh, God. That's just a normal clock? That's where to see a radio signal. What is this? Fuel? No. Yeah, fuel. Fuel gauge, clock, radio, compass, altitude compass, regular compass, miles per hour.
Different versions of the trainer came with different features, maybe change of instruments or an instructor's desk that plotted the course that the trainee was following. The instructor could even make some of the models seem to stall, sending them into a spin with all the instruments behaving more or less as they would in reality. As for me, I'm just having another go flying.
People actually trained in the link, and they had different methods depending on what airplane they were going to fly. They could actually hone what the trainer would do to give the pilots a realistic feel.
There's a little dial over there, so they can throw a weather pattern at you or a direction or an altitude change, and it tracks whether you're making those changes.
Is it possible to unlock everything and like to see how well I can do?
If I get a screwdriver, I can unlock the back for you.
Okay, get a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Behind me, we have an actual piece of equipment where the trainer would sit. The pilot would be in the blue box. The trainer would be sitting here, and they could actually use maps of the areas they were going to fly over and mimic that in the trainer for the pilot. They were getting a real sense of what the aircraft could do.
This is much more difficult than I thought it was going to be.
Everything an airplane would do, it can mimic. So it's pretty robust in that sense.
Okay, whoa, that's a mistake. I lost concentration for a second.
So originally all the instruments worked. They gave the pilot exactly what he needed. Horizon, altitude, speed, but they were painted with luminous paint made from radium.
Ah!
Radium is highly radioactive. Basically, they pretty much had to rip them all out. So we don't have the actual dials any longer. They're just stickers.
It's basically a cancer machine if you go in
there.
So I don't have instruments in here.
Actual dials any longer. They're just stickers in there.
So I don't have instruments in here because they did not survive the last 80 years, but this feels level to me. And I can hear the bellow, so we can dive forward. That actually scared me just a little.
Question,
It felt
guys.
like I was diving in a plane. And I know it's just a little
couldn't you use the same exact machine for testing like a submarine pilot, like someone who drives the submarine? I don't know if that's like the captain of the submarine, but essentially a submarine is the same thing as a plane, right? It's just instead of flying through water, it's flying through air. Which makes me think, are fish flying from a crab's perspective? You know? Because if you're a crab and you're walking on the ground and... Never mind. Okay.
Little box.
But, I mean, it'd be it's the same thing, right? For, like, the same exact ways that you maneuver in a plane are used to maneuver in a submarine.
On a motor, but that genuinely felt a little bit like
Forget it.
The impact on the Second World War for the
Why does that make me like, ugh? Almost like looking at a centipede. Like, it's like, ugh, what is that?
Genuinely felt a little bit like diving.
The impact on the Second World War for the link trainer, many people believe it was one of the most instrumental things in winning World War II, among other things.
I know it's going to look ridiculous on camera. This is just a blue box steadily spinning on a pedestal, but when you're inside and this is the only frame of reference, yeah, I can absolutely see why this worked. I'm going to look back at the footage from this and I'm going to realize I've just been spinning all the time.
It does look pretty ridiculous. I mean, why even have the plane, the wings and thing on just for added? I don't know. I'm scared of roller coasters too. Oh my god, me too. I'm not gonna do that right now. That was really interesting. Should we do another? No. We'll do it later. Ooh, how much helium? We'll do it later. It was good. It wasn't too short of a video. Hope you guys are all doing well. If you can answer any of my questions, anyone who's been an actual pilot or been to flight school, you could tell me what those dials, all of them are. That'd be great. Or at least the ones I didn't recognize. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.